We're not back. This has just been a thing, right? Okay. The last time. Hey guys, it's peckish pubes. It's the pubes that are quite peckish. All right. Let me look at the other one and make sure I got this right. Actually, I posted like a shit ton of reels, and I did like a really shitty. That was funny though for me. 4 months ago, 3 months ago. All right, this is 5. There's not another one. I think it's just been streams and little clippies here and then. Yes. All right. So picking up where the last one left off. Let's check the date. There is not a date. November 28th, 2024. Pre-Christmas. And then I did the Christmas pancakes thing, which was really dumb, but I had a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. It was mostly like, this is funny for no one but me. And I was completely fine with that entirely. Okay. I had blonde hair. So we did that. And then going into Christmas, which you can see in the Christmas pancakes video, I got drunk one night and shaved my head. It was Sunday night. I got drunk. I've been thinking about like buzzing it off for a while. Like pre-blonde hair, I was like, dude, what if I just shaved my motherfucking head, bro? And you know what? That we did that. Regrettably. So regrettably, actually. I don't think I've taken this beanie off except to go to bed for the last, I don't know, 3 months. So basically, well, we've got it growing back a little bit now. I have not done anything. And I got a receding hairline. So what's happening is I don't think when I shaved it that this got shaved right, but I wasn't going to, like, after I had already shaved, I wasn't going to go back and try to fix it like it was already shaved. So, like, this I feel like is growing a lot faster than the top part, and I had a beard going for a while, and then I shaved that last night, which you can probably see the line, but it's not, like, done right, you know what I mean? Just because, I just did this quick as hell, and I am waiting for it to get long and luscious and beautiful again, because once it does that, I'll never do this again. The only thing that's getting shaved from here on out is in fact gonna be the beard, and I don't know if I'll ever go back to full shave on the face, because honestly I think it looks nicer with the like aftershave look, you know what I mean? Let's see. Okay. January, February. We are in March. I flew home to visit some family. Went to Renfest. That was an absolute banger. I spent literally the whole weekend just fucked up. It was unhealthy. I'm not gonna lie. It was diabolically atrociously bad for my liver, but you know what, we had a blast. I figured out this beer called Harps, and I didn't know what a snake bite was, but apparently it's like cider and Guinness, and I did that. I did cider and Guinness, but without the Guinness. I did Harps, and I don't think, I must have had like 30 of them, dude. It was insane. Absolute blast. I did not get dressed up because I had to fly out, and the night before, I was supposed to pack, but I ended up staying up all night because I knew my flight was going to be at 5 in the morning. So I was like, fuck, the airport's so far away. Like, I need to fucking pack and have everything ready, and then I'll go to bed early. And then anyways, I started playing games with people online, and I was like, ooh, it's 10 o'clock. I'm not fucking making that flight if I go to bed. So stayed up all night, caught the flight, flew in Arizona, stayed up the whole next day. But because I forgot to go to sleep, I also forgot to pack. Oopsies! And then I ended up, I guess how you say, not bringing any of my shit. It was probably that bag, if I'm Not even lying, just a small my small ass work bag that I bring like my lunch in, and then booked it to the airport. I don't know, 30, 40 minutes before the flight. I'm sitting there, so pretty good. I feel like the timing on that was really great. Actually, that's not true. It was early enough, and I had to be an hour because I hadn't been drinking. I got to the airport and started drinking at the airport in preparation for all the drinking I was going to be doing. Let's go. And I don't necessarily like to drink on flights just because I know that they're expensive. So I got a drink at like the Permanis, I guess. I don't fucking know what the restaurant was called, but it's just like a sports bar. Got 1 or 2 beers, got on the plane, landed in Arizona. Immediately we went to a restaurant. My dad picked me up. We went to a restaurant and basically just had like clams. It was like a seafood heaven. Okay, the place was delicious out in Tempe. Gorgeous. I actually really do enjoy Tempe, but on it is just so like fratty and okay, all right. Anyone who knows anything about anything is that basically like while frat guys are some of the worst people on the planet Earth, they know where all the baddies are, and where the frats are, the baddies are. And ASU, lots of frats, lots of baddies, baby. I'm gonna tell you right now, Arizona is a hot spot for hot people, bro. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm not among them. Okay, I just got the pleasure. I had the opportunity to be around them, and beautiful place. I love it. So yeah, did that. Went to Renfest. Had an absolute banger of a weekend. Saw some friends, had some drinks, did Renfest twice that weekend. So a lot of times, people do like one day a weekend when they're running it. Maybe they go like, oh, one day this weekend, one day next weekend. So I don't even know if they do it on Fridays, but Friday I land, boom, have a whole day. We get to the hotel, like there's a jacuzzi or hot tub, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then basically just like get the drinks, hang out, listen to music, blah, blah, blah. Wake up next day, everyone's getting dressed for Renfest. Everyone comes to the hotel room, so we can leave together, blah, blah, blah. We get out. There is a Hindu wedding taking place at this golf resort. Everyone looked fucking fantastic, by the way. I was jealous. I was like, I want to be a part of this wedding. This is fucking dope, dude. This is so cool. Unfortunately, they blocked the only exit to the fucking hotel. It's don't get me wrong, like it was cool if you're them, but when you're not them and you got shit you're trying to do that day, you're like, okay, you know what? Happy marriage and love, but get the fuck out of the way. They had a Lamborghini and like a guy in like a chariot or something in front of the Lamborghini. It was like a DJ blaring music, and it was like, I imagine being a part of that party was the coolest thing ever. But it was so like, please. And my dad is just like the most impatient man on the planet Earth. So he is getting fucking furious. Like, what the fuck? I understand that they're having a wedding, but this is the only exit. Non-stop screaming. I was like, oh my god, dude, please. I was like, don't roll your window down. Don't roll your window down. Don't roll your window down. It's like the highest degree of secondhand embarrassment that you could get, and like in that moment I was like, this is it, dude. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna shoot myself in the back of this car right now, dude. Anyways, staff whatever rerouted it. They're like, oh, you gotta go through the entrance where because it's like, oh, one way, right? So like the 2 lanes of traffic, baby. So we had to go back around and drive through where you're supposed to come in, which there's not like an out lane for that. Like there's not like a, there's forward traffic coming into the hotel, and those are the only lanes. Like, actually, I shouldn't even say lanes. Lane. Okay? So, the, like, manager or something had to stop traffic from coming in so that we could get out. So that, like, a bunch of cars who were stuck could get out. Hit Renfest. Boom. We land. What are we doing? First place. What is it? The pub. Huzzah to the tip-up! It was fantastic, baby. I've been on this like mission to like get out of my shell, kind of also. So in a public setting, I can be obnoxious, don't get me wrong, but I have a hard time like being like overtly social or being able to like start conversations with people, or enjoying that as a whole. And I just basically made it my mission to go around and compliment as many people as I could that I felt inclined to compliment. So literally, we'd be walking by like some dude in a fucking Halo costume. You're like, I don't know what you're doing right now. It's not Sci-Fi Weekend, but you're sick, dude. I'd just be like, yo, sick outfit, and then walk away. Or like, yo, you guys look amazing, and then like piss off, right? So I was a little happy. I got to spread a little bit of love. You know what I mean? So that was nice. And then that was with like my family. Day one, family trip. Goated. So nice. Next day, I had told some of my friends that I was going to be there for the weekend. And so they had all driven out. Not all, some. But, you know, enough to make me feel special. So they had drove out. We linked up. I'm not even going to lie. They all looked amazing. And I felt so out of the crew. I was like, this sucks so hard, man. Because I'm in, like, scrubs and, like, a mom sweater. Like, I was like, oh, God, dude. I look like a lesbian. I look like I drive a Subaru for fun, bro. Like, and then, you know, I got one guy who's pulling, like, this, like, half... It's like Popper, you know, like he looks like he looks like a village guy and he looks legit. I'm like, dude, yeah, if this was not this time period, I'd be like your local farmer, Peter, and you got cabbage to sell. You got potatoes, stalks and grains, baby. Like this is, and then you have like your lovely wife or whatever, you know, and she's up in the kitchen like mashing fucking peppercorns or something. I don't know what they did. And then I was with them basically for most of the day. And then two other friends showed up about like noonish. They were late. It was unfortunate, but it was cool to see them. And they came as like this weird like druid couple-ish. Like because a lot of times girls go for the classic elf. Not elf, but like fairy or elfish look, so they always got the ears and maybe they got some wings. Anyways, so they did like a weird kind of like druid look, and he had like this tree mask thing. But like the first two, like they bought some stuff and they'd collect some stuff from previous trips. So this is like this one of their but this other group, these other two, he had gone with me a couple, like 4 years ago, and then his new girlfriend had never been to one ever, I guess, or maybe she did when she was younger, and she literally like balled out hard as fuck, start right out the gate, like I've never been, but I'm ready, and she homemade like so much shit, and like they looked amazing. In fact, they made on the car right up there, she had made like the leather bracers for him. I was like, dude, I was like, you guys are amazing. That was February. January, I think it was just broke. I don't think I left the house. I think I was just like work here. Like, I will say we've had a lot of good media, okay, come out in the new year, okay? And you know what? I think any anime fan gets kind of excited at the start of a new year because lots of shit starts dropping. Like January simulcast, and then like Crunchyroll is popping shit out. Like it is so nice. And then you get like constant media. I'm not gonna say a shit ton started coming out and a shit ton was great, but I will say a shit ton came out, but not everything was like, I don't know, like appealing to my eye, I guess. But obviously Solo Leveling, new episode came out yesterday. Fucking slammed it this morning. I was like, hell yeah, this is amazing. I'm like, and I'm so pissed because it looks sometimes a show, right? Because we've seen this with Demon Slayer. Will like have a normal fucking season, or what like seems to be like a normal season, and then they shift the entire like, and it makes sense for Demon Slayer. It's not that big of a like. There's not that much stuff. You know what I mean? Like I guess in a sense that there is a lot. But like I think the movie's coming out in September or something, and I think that's supposed to be like the finale of the series. But if you look back on like everything we've watched, it really isn't that much. And if we want to boil it down, it's every fucking demon's backstory every 2 episodes. So you're like, okay, go fuck yourself. I kind of just want to see the fights. The backstories are fine if you don't waste a whole fucking episode on it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind seeing that they had like this soft side or something before they were demons. Great. I don't need the rest. Calm down. I want to see fucking epic fight scenes, and let's be honest, they do some of the best. Anyways, Solo Leveling came out. Fantastic. It's been going amazing. Daredevil just started this week. Released Tuesday. They did 2 episodes. Daredevil Reborn. So far, fucking perfection. I'm in love again. What else has been coming out? Invincible has been coming out. We're almost. That one's. I'm not gonna say the show's almost over, but the season's almost over. I think the next episode's the last one for this season. What else? I've just been putting down so much media. Honestly, nothing off the top of my head, but we've like at least right there, like Solo Leveling, Invincible, like those 2 coming out right now are absolute pieces of art and work, dude. Mamma mia! Oh, you know what? And this might not be everyone's cup of tea, but David, the story of David, is coming out on Prime right now, and actually it's really good. So if you like the Bible and that's your thing, honestly, very entertaining. Like, so good. I'm like big fan so far. I think we're 3 episodes in on that right now. And outside of that, just been a lot of filler, like, shit media. I've definitely been watching some podcasts. Not a big Joe Rogan guy, not because I don't like him. It's just sometimes they're too long, and the podcast just wasn't meant for me. You know what I mean? But Dropouts podcast with the Zach guy. I was watching that for a while, and to be honest, they have this new one coming out. I guess it's been coming out for a while, but there's not as many episodes by comparison to their other one, where it's the lunch table. Yeah, it's called the lunch table, I think. That one should be doing more numbers than Dropouts. I understand that Dropouts is the Dropouts one is like kind of already bigger, so they can get like more. I don't know. They're already pulling like bigger celebrities onto that show. You know, they've had really good comedians. Cummins, what's her name? I can't remember, but she's a goat, funny as hell. Bobby Lee, obviously, that's a big one. I don't really know who Tara Yummy is. I know that she's on that a lot, but I don't really know what she does. And then, controversial take. Not only do I not know Kara, I don't know, Yummy, I don't know what she does, but I think the quality of the show goes down when she's on the show. I think it's so much better without her on it. And it's not to be like rude. It's not like I don't know what I don't know what she's doing, but I'm sure she's doing great at it. But I think in the theme of the show, or not even the theme, just like in the context of that show, I think that she's not great to riff at. Like, she wasn't. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, they know more. Like, they're like, that's like their group or whatever. But I think I've enjoyed less of their shows when she was on. Like, and then I've enjoyed more of their shows when they've had like other guests, which might be mean, but hey, what can I say? That's a completely random thing that I like. I've been thinking about that for a while. I'm not gonna lie, because I've seen so many of their fucking podcast episodes, and I love them. Just like when I see Tara on an episode, I'm like, I don't really care. Like, this is not for me. I think that maybe it's just because like I like more awkward shit. Because I don't even know her name right now. Alyssa on that show, I think she's the GOAT. And like of all like the like the regular, because I don't know what her actual position is or whatever. I'm sure I've heard it a million times, but like when she's in there, like it's so good. It's so good. Sidestep, obviously. I think if you are watching podcasts, you have to hit Bad Friends, Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee. They might be two of the funniest people. Like, and you know what? They said it the other day on the show, actually, because I guess they just this is like they have like an anniversary or something recently for like how many years they've been doing the show, and dude, it's just. This is what they said. Basically, like that you've never seen like a better like pair like charismatically of like people like being able to talk and riff off of each other and just go with the flow. And I think that's absolutely true in a lot of ways. They are honestly just two of the best. I love them. I love them so much. I watch their podcast all the time. I don't think, because you know what, I thought before I even started really watching podcasts, I thought I was gonna really like the Cave, the Bears, the Two Bears podcast, but I think that what's his name? Bert Kreischer. I love Tom Segura. Tom Segura has been one of my favorite comedians for such a long time. I've watched so many of his older specials. Like, I've seen a bunch of stuff on YouTube. Like, it's just, I love that guy, right? And I think that while together they are really good, I think there's, like, a certain level of, like, chaos that Bert Kreischer, like, because Bert Kreischer has the show Something's Burning, and I love Something's Burning. Like, that, but, like, you put on Two Bears, like, it just doesn't hit the same. And I also like Tom's podcast with his wife. Like, I don't like them together is not the combo that I love. I love them individually, I think, outside of themselves. But that's not to say that like I don't think they should be doing a podcast. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Because they are just two of the funniest people on the planet Earth. But golly, it's just Two Bears does not hit like their individual productions. You know what I mean? Like, I think, oh my god, it's so good. Okay, last 2 months. That's about it. Oh yeah, so a Christmas did a little solo action. My mom had come to visit somewhere in November around Thanksgiving. When I was like at work, I come back home and I have like a Christmas tree the size of like this little monitor right here, which by the way, this desk to the top of the monitor, 1.4 feet. Like, that's like the size of the little Christmas tree I came back home to. It was decorated, had like gift cards around it and shit. She was like, "Don't open this until Christmas." Honestly, fire. I ate off those gift cards for 3 weeks. Fucking delicious, by the way. I got a gift card to Moe's. A local place, which I'm in love with. Like, it's just like Dutch food. Like, it's straight up just like pierogies. And I just, oh my god, dude. I would eat it every day if it wouldn't make me fat. Like, god, it's so good. And then, Panera Bread. I think there was a Starbucks. And also a gift card I haven't used, but it's like a decorating place, like an interior decorating place. Which the only reason I haven't gone is because I don't like shopping online when it comes to like decorating. So, it depends. Like, you know, if it's a poster, that's one thing. I think like as long as you're getting from like, you know, because you can tell. Sometimes you buy from a site and you're like, that's not. It's whatever. It's like when you look at it's like when they show like the really cool Halloween costumes online and you're like, wow, that looks so fucking good, bro. And then you get it, and it's like this cheapest nylon, like, polyester piece of shit. You're like, I spent $80 on this? What the fuck? I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Right? But I also don't know where to start. I think my big thing right now, I just need another fucking couch and another TV for the living room. I don't have anything in there right now. I just moved my living room into here. I've just been living in this room. Like, and while it is pleasant to have my own little man cave here, I was just playing D&D yesterday, and they were talking about how, like, because we played last month, and we accidentally got yelled at by my buddy's girlfriend because she had work in the morning, and I did not know that, and we were being loud. So someone had mentioned, like, oh, you know, we can have this other location. Like, one of them was like, oh, because one of his mom plays, and his mom is like, oh, I talked to the people at my church, and they said we can use their basement, which super cool. But then you got to remember that, like, the whole, like, evangelical movement in the 80s that said D&D was for Satan, and these are kind of like the backwoody areas, so I would not doubt that they have a similar belief. So it was kind of like, ooh, right? So we were like, okay, that could be cool. That could be cool. That would be nice. However, secondary option, I buy a table. We do this shit here. Oh, let's go. Plus, that would, I hate, because we go there, we drink a bunch while we play, and then, like, I have to try to drive home. You know what I mean? In game. I have to try to drive home in game. You know what I mean? So, obviously, I sleep there. Air quotes, maybe sometimes. No, a lot of times I just have to sit there until I sober up. And that's just, like, it can be annoying because, you know, like, and I'm sure a lot of people, like, sympathize with the sentiment of just, like, when I want to be home, I want to be home. Like, I want to go, like, to a certain point, I just want to do whatever the fuck it is I want to do. So, like, once we're done playing D&D, like, if I had made plans, which I did last night, was like, hey, I made plans after this to play, like, to play games with, like, certain people, and I want to be able to do that thing and not be stuck here and make them wait for me because I wanted to drink while we were playing games. So it's one of the, like, or, you know, if I just want to sit down and watch a TV episode, like, because a lot of times, like today, I sat down and I watched Solo Leveling today. It came out yesterday. What I would have liked to do to a certain extent is watch it last night before I went to bed, but that just wasn't the circumstances, you know, because yeah, I was out at a friend's house drinking, playing D&D, and so now I'm like, you know, I'm like locked in. It's like I'm here for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, right? And that's just an unfortunate circumstance. Unfortunately. But otherwise, good. Honestly, I think that's about it. I had some stuff earlier that I had, like, initially planned on, like, wanting to talk about because I was in the kitchen doing dishes, and I was in the Discord, but no one was in the Discord, so I just started, like, talking to myself much like this, and I was like, oh yeah, I got some shit to say, baby. Let's get in there. And the moment I like got to the end of the dishes, and I was like, what the fuck was I thinking about? And then I got on here, and fucking OBS was being weird, and then my computer was acting up, and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? So just every single coherent thought that, like, not even coherent, every single, like, thing that I had previously thought about possibly going over, gone immediately in an instant. So that was an unfortunate circumstance. But I'm going to do a stream right after this, so that'll be nice. Okay, bye!